Wait, what? Jimin's Who just jumped 20 spots on the Spotify US chart after more than a year since release? It's been 15 months since this song came out, and yet, instead of slowing down, it's rising again, like a heartbeat that refuses to fade. That's not just a comeback, that's a phenomenon. When Jimin released his second solo album, Muse, it wasn't just another music drop. It was a confession, a story about love, pain, and self-discovery told through melodies that felt like poetry. Fans connected instantly, but no one imagined that one track, Who, would keep echoing across the world for over a year. And now, that same song just climbed 20 spots to reach number 62 on Spotify's US weekly top songs, marking an incredible 63 weeks on one of the most competitive charts on Earth. That's more than a year of consistency, emotion, and connection. That's Jimin, a record breaker in every sense. Who isn't just a song, it's a milestone. It's now officially the longest charting K-pop solo song ever on Spotify's US chart. As of now, it's been streamed over 420 million times after filtering. And here's what's even more remarkable. Jimin did this alone. No Western feature, no radio deals, just pure artistry, emotion, and a connection so genuine that people keep pressing replay even after hundreds of listens. Because Who isn't just catchy, it's felt. It's that late-night song that finds you when words can't. First, only Unstoppable. Jimin is now the first K-pop soloist ever to enter the top 100 most streamed songs of all time on Spotify's US chart, sitting proudly at number 84, surrounded by pop's biggest legends. And here's the part that gives goosebumps. Who is the first and only K-pop solo track to reach number 1 on Spotify's US Daily Top Songs chart without a Western collaboration. That's not luck, that's legacy in motion. Even after 442 days, Who continues to chart, over 14 months of unwavering love from listeners who simply can't let it go. Be Mine and Muse keep rising too. It doesn't stop there. Another track from Muse, Be Mine, entered the US Weekly Top Songs chart at number 134, making Jimin the only K-pop solo artist with 2 songs charting in the US simultaneously. Meanwhile, Muse itself remains a powerhouse, now ranking number 109 on Spotify's US Weekly Top Albums for 57 consecutive weeks. No other K-pop solo album has lasted that long. The Billboard story. On Billboard, Who continues to hold strong. Number 135 on the Global 200, number 98 on the Global (US). That's 64 consecutive weeks of global presence. These aren't just numbers, they're proof of endurance. Proof that a song born from sincerity can live far beyond its release date. The heart behind the song. When you listen to Who, you can feel Jimin's heart in every note. The vulnerability, the ache, the hope. It's more than music, it's human emotion distilled into sound. He once said he wanted his music to comfort people, to help them feel seen. And that's exactly what Who does. It's become a mirror for love, for loss, for remembering someone who's gone but still lingers in your heart. That's why it keeps playing, because the song doesn't age. It lives. The legacy of Jimin. From Promise to Like Crazy to Who, Jimin isn't building hits, he's building a legacy. Each song is a diary entry, each lyric, a heartbeat. Muse isn't just an album, it's a living story, one that keeps writing itself through charts, records, and the hearts of millions. So maybe the real question isn't why Who is still rising, it's how could it ever stop? Because when Jimin sings, it's not just sound, it's connection, it's truth, it's timeless. Who, 15 months later, still feels brand new. And Jimin, he's not chasing forever, he's defining it.